All right, students, we're going to go through the queries on page 135 and look at each one of them. He first wants to know which donation type is the most popular. So in order to do that, you're going to go to Create, Query Design, add Table Donation and Table Type. All we want to see is the description of the type and the code. So we need our totals row. We'll group by description. We will count the T code, and so we'll see which one is the most popular. We'll put it in descending sequence. So we can see that monetary donations are the most popular. The next query are how many companies made donations last week. And we're supposed to use, this is old data, so we're using October 13th, 2008 as the beginning date for the previous week. So in order to do that, we need a totals row again. And we're going to say donor type is equal to yes. Then the donation dates, notice the way this criteria is set up. Greater than or equal to hashtag 10/13/2008 hashtag, and less than 10/18/2008. So we're getting the dates between, but you can't use the between function. You've got to use greater than and less than. So there's our companies that are donors. Where the donation date is between. Notice here on our total row, we're using the where function. The next query is which one of the charity donors made contributions worth more than $500. For each donor, show the first and last name, company name, and approximate worth of the contribution. So this is Generous Donations Report. Oh, this is the wrong one. Sorry, let me get the other one. Greater than 500. So all we need are the table donation, table donor, first, last name, company name, and then the field approximate worth, which is greater than 500 in our criteria line. And you can see that we've got the approximate worth that are all greater than 500. Who are the contact persons for the company that have contributed to the charity? Show the company names and the first and last name of the contact person. Sort the information in ascending order based on company name. So this is query 4, the contact names. All we need is one table, the table donor. Notice we do not need a totals row here. We're not counting or summing or averaging anything. But we do need donor type to be yes. So there we are with our company names sorted in ascending sequence. On average, what is the approximate worth of the donations made last week? Use October 13th as a beginning date for the previous week. So we'll use the same criteria for our dates as we did before, but this time we have a totals row. Notice when we use where, it doesn't show up in the query. But here, our total row is going to be the average of the approximate worth. So you're only going to get one field return. Finally, Mr. Kiefer wants a daily donor report. The daily donor report should alphabetically list the daily donors and identity, the type of donation that was made. He requests that information about he requests that information about anonymous donors and donors to be left out of the report, and use October 16th, 2008 as the criteria. So we don't want to see anonymous donors, so our criteria for last name will be not equal to anonymous. Notice it's closed in quotation marks. And then the criteria for our date is hashtag 10/16/2008 hashtag. And you'll use this query on your report. You're also going to need to create a query for the mailing labels, and it's simply a query for all of the information that you would want to find on a mailing label. So that's a simple query using table donation and table donor. You're going to have a totals row grouped by, and we're going to sort it in ascending sequence, and again we've got our date criteria. So those are the queries, and then we'll move on to the report.